So you're here for a gas mask review. In this video, I'm going to be talking about gas masks and why you should consider getting one, and also dispelling some myths surrounding gas masks. But first, I'm going to take this off because you're going to have a really hard time hearing me if I wear that for the entire review. I got these gas masks from these companies several months ago, and I have been reviewing them, testing them, and determining what I like and don't like about them, because I like to make sure that all my reviews are very thorough. Now, before we get into that, let's just talk about general preparedness. And I want to discuss something I call preparedness triage, which is basically looking at what you're preparing for and approaching that in the most realistic way possible, and not going off into fantasy land and buying things just because they look cool. Because let's be real, just from a looking cool perspective, why even consider masks in the first place? And to approach this question, I want to look at the three things we need for survival, the three basic things. And the other is air. And you can only go a few minutes without air. So having something that can give you breathable air, or at least filter out contaminants so that you can breathe the air in the environment you're in, is something that you probably should consider having on hand. First, for realistic preparedness, I would say if you are in an area like an inner city or like downtown where you may have occasional riots, peaceful protests, where the police may get called and they have to CS those who are rioting. You may want to evade, either yourself or you and your family, and having a gas mask that has a CS filter on it can help you in that process. Or if you live in an area that experiences a lot of forest fires, like California, all that soot and ash falling from the air that's really bad for your lungs can have long-term health consequences. So just keep in mind that anytime you're using a mask with a filter and it doesn't have a contained breathing unit, like a SCUBA unit, which stands for self-contained breathing apparatus, you have to have at least some level of breathable air in the atmosphere. I'm just saying that I want to dispel any sort of notion that you can remain in those environments for a long time, that you can like bug in your house and just put your mask on and you're gonna be eating through a drinking tube for any long period of time. Because there's a lot of support that goes into that, not just those mop suits, but having several filters on hand. Because most of these filters are only rated for a limited amount of time, and sometimes it's in the minutes. We're not talking about days, and you'd have to have almost an unlimited supply of filters to be able to survive those environments for a long period of time. Most important thing, regardless of what you get, is training and education. As always, train it to a higher standard.